What's up, guys? It's been a long time since we've done one of these kind of actual, like, in-depth comparison videos because it's been so freaking long since somebody's dropped anything kind of new. So today, the new Shocker Era versus the old Dye DSR Plus, featuring also one of our Ultimate Series guns that we got done. Look at that thing, freaking gorgeous. Maybe I'll remember to do some B-roll footage for it. I probably won't, but you know, ADD's a bitch. It's been running rampant lately. So anyway, yeah, comparison video. We're gonna talk about it, bust them open a little bit. I'm gonna bust it open, and then we're gonna go shoot them. So please stay tuned through the intro. Maybe I'll make it through the intro with my ADD running rampant today, and yeah, we'll see you after that.
I'm so free.
Alright guys, well, I'll bring you all the important information today, seeing as though Doug's not going to be able to.
Nope, lights are on, nobody's home.
Alright guys, so we have the DSR Plus. Doug.
And then we have an actual paintball gun. We have the Shocker Era. So, as Russell had said, guys, the Era was more of a, he called it a massaging, which is, thinking about it in hindsight, an uncomfy term, but I get where he's coming from, of just like the updates that people asked for. Namely, this really fat foregrip, which I think was a very good upgrade. I wasn't even bothered by the kind of skinnier foregrip of the amp, but now that I have this in hand, I'm like, yeah, no, I get it, I like it. So, as always, guys, we're going to go off of our list that you know and love. If you're new here, we keep it on the phone here so we can kind of keep on track with what we're doing. And my phone's almost dead, so we're going to use Joel's phone today. So, starting off between these two markers, before we even talk about them, we're going to go at packaging. So, the thing is, with the Shocker packaging, it has not really changed. It's not going to be quite as like hard or durable as the Dye packaging, but
it doesn't dent.
It doesn't dent. It comes with mostly what you need. You got the barrel stock, startup menu, which honestly looks like we might have built this out a little bit more too. Yeah, there's like kind of a little more to it now, but there's a whole diagram of the bolt, which is awesome. Then you got your lube here, your wrenches hiding over here, 2 slots for barrels and whatnot, and then your whole parts kit, which I will take a look at. This one is a complete parts kit, unlike that one amp we opened a couple years ago that had a blank.
That's true.
That was funny. So yeah, I like the tackle box thing with the parts kit. However, I will agree with Joel. I wish that this was kind of marked a little better, had some of like the durometers and the sizes and stuff a little more coded somehow, whereas with the Dye packaging, it gives you a sizing chart and everything is color coded, which is really nice. So.
Yep. The O-rings are different colors.
Very different colors.
Yeah, so mine's going to be very similar. There's really not a huge difference between the two. I'm going to give the upper hand to the DSR Plus when it comes to packaging.
I agree.
For 2 reasons.
More barrel space.
More barrel space, yep. And then secondly, your startup guide is like actually like laminated or whatever.
Yeah, this is like, I just ripped this a little bit just opening it. So sorry to whoever buys this. I'll give you a kiss or something. I don't know. But also has the warranty card in there too, which is nice.
And yeah, the color code. But that's really it. I mean, other than that, they're very, very similar between the two of them.
The only big up that I will give to the Era casing over the DSR though, carry handle.
That is true.
Carry handle is really kind of nice.
Yep,
but
yep, that is true.
Otherwise, yeah, I would agree. I will tip my hat to the DSR Plus for packaging. So we'll do a double whammy for that one.
Okay, so packaging, DSR Plus wins.
Yep.
Next, we're here to talk about the barrel system. So the DSR Plus has the core barrel system. It's a 2-piece barrel system. It has the regular UL tip, and I believe it has a slightly longer control board than the regular UL barrel system. It is auto cocker thread. It comes with a 688 back, and then you would have to purchase backs separately, which can get expensive. Doug.
Boring. So also coming with a 688 is the new Freak barrel system. I always prefer this. I think it's a lot sleeker. I really kind of think they upgraded it as well from the classic. This is more attractive. There's porting. They did also lengthen the barrel. It's now a 15-inch barrel, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So they made the porting smaller but added more, all that good stuff. But I just really like that this is an insert kit. All you have to do is buy inserts if you want sizes. You are very limited on the amount of barrel sizes you can have with the Dye barrel system. I get that
4.
people, yeah. So whereas with this, it's like 8 or 9. So I would say objectively, this is the better barrel system just functionally. Not even talking about like, you know, attractiveness or if you like the way it points, stuff like that, sound signature.
Yeah, I agree. Functionally, I'm going to say I agree with you, Doug, on that. I will say that
he does like
from
dye
a
barrels.
preference standpoint, I like the dye barrel more. So yeah, but yeah, no, I would agree. I think the Era wins when it comes to that. Feed neck.
Feed neck, that doesn't have a thumbnail, right?
It does not have a thumbnail.
Coming stock. With the IM Pro kit, I believe it does, but when it coming stock, it does not.
Correct, yeah. And
So,
I think it's a little bit taller than the...
I would agree with that. If not taller, it's at least wider. The whole thing
it's
is
definitely
wider.
taller, guys. It's
So-
probably by about half a centimeter.
Feed neck is also going to go to the Era. Not looking good for you there, boss.
Yeah, whatever. Eyes.
I actually like the
iPipe
iPipe system. I've always kind of been a fan. For people who crack it, maybe stop doing crack. I don't know what to tell you. It's really
Stop
not
tightening your barrel so much is what Doug's really trying to say. So the 4th gen iPipe that comes with the DSR Plus is a really good iPipe. I would agree. I think that the eye system on the DSR Plus is better thought out. You really don't have to do much to it. You just pull out that 4th gen iPipe, clean it down. Buy an extra one to put in your bag, but then other than that, you never really have to disassemble like eye covers or anything.
Yeah, you're not gonna have to worry about taking this off, messing with a wire, nothing.
Right. So what I did with my M3 was I pulled the bolt out the back, swab it, and I was good to go. So
Easy peasy.
Yep, I will say that I think that I do agree. I think that the eye system on the DSR Plus wins.
I'm with it on that as well.
Battery changing.
Battery changing, it's toolless on the
Not
DSR.
even debatable.
It's toolless, but like, is it toolless? Because you need like a nickel to like unscrew the bottom of it for
when
a
it's
while.
brand new. Whenever we do these comparison videos, the gun's brand new.
Right.
Right. So the first few times can be tough. I've seen
Putting it back on is so hard for me. I can't line it up and like.
It's your ADD, dude.
What, yeah. It's supposed to be easy, but bro, it's not. I'd rather just do this. But
well, you gotta have focus
objectively,
more than like 1 second.
I can't
You know.
do that, bro. Why do you think I text you at 3 in the morning when videos are done getting edited? It's because the only time I can focus.
Yeah,
to do
guys,
it.
he really does that.
I do.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, I will agree because it's toolless. I'll give it to the DSR
Okay.
Plus.
All right. Thank you.
Fine.
Trigger.
Era all the way.
I agree.
Disgusting. That DSR. No.
Everyone,
disgusting.
you know, you don't like it, and there's people that don't like it. I actually don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. But I will say, I think my favorite trigger on the market right now is probably this new trigger from the Era.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
It's
Guys,
nice.
off camera, Joel has done nothing but try to dunk on this thing. That's the first nice thing that he said.
Well, we're gonna get to that.
We will.
Stay tuned. It's about to get spicy.
So next up is going to be board programming. I can't stand programming die guns. So
I'd agree.
I'm going to give it... Oh, wow.
I'd agree.
2 points for Shocker.
Yep.
ASA, Shocker.
No.
No?
No.
Those
No.
things are known for leaking.
These?
Yeah.
Not when you pop an Iron Pro kit, which, by the way,
What?
I should have done that from the get-go. But,
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go with this. I actually don't mind this. We bash it all the time compared to, like, the 180R or the Planet Guns or
Yeah.
the high-end, the Slaps ASA from Dye, whatever the case may be. Yes, it's a very subpar ASA. Compared to that, though, I mean, I don't know. It's not bad. It's not very much different from the amp.
No, oh no, it's definitely this. And I mean, Russell
I
made
will
his
say
point.
though, when I grip it, it feels good. Like I don't feel the ASA there.
Yeah.
Which is definitely an upgrade from the amp.
Yeah, it's a lot more slender in line.
Ergonomics.
Yeah, or the Era, sorry.
Let me see that thing real quick.
Yeah, get you a side-by-side. Keep in mind, Joel has long been a fan of the UL grip frame that comes on die guns, but the Era is definitely a new
I'm
thing.
actually gonna go Era strictly because I like the fact that this is thicker and I like the fact that it's longer as compared to the thicker wire. As compared to this, I feel like this ergonomically does feel really good, guys. One thing that's always bothered me about the DSR Plus, and one of the reasons why I never shot it, was because it's short, and
Yeah.
for me that drives me nuts.
Joel already holds his guns pretty late. He tends to teacup, as we make fun of him for. The classic Joel stance is holding the bottom of the gun, thumb back here, and just...
13 pods from the back center.
Yes, just doing this, but yeah, so cool, so we agree. Era.
Okay.
Next up is going to be
ergonomics. Or wait, no.
We just did-
Wait.
So do you have a battery on hand for that? Because there is a battery in the Era
Yeah,
here.
go ahead, put it on there. I'll
Dig it out of the case there. All right, so Era will come in at
nope, hang on.
Support it. Hold on.
Doug's trying to cheat.
Yeah.
Big surprise. 1 pound, 13 ounces, guys.
Well, it just took itself down to yeah.
We're hovering between 1 pound, 13 ounces as compared to 1 pound, 12.9 ounces.
We'll give it that.
All right. DSR Plus. I think it's probably going to be heavier.
Probably.
I don't think this has battery. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Without the battery, 1 pound, 15.4 ounces. With the battery, 2 pounds, 1 ounce.
Okay, so relatively significant weight increase.
Yeah, guys. So significantly lighter.
But
3 ounces.
Again, that's kind of always been a mainstay of the shockers, especially since the amp became a thing. I think that's just going to be tough to beat.
Yeah.
In the space of mid-range price guns.
In the space of any gun.
Any gun really, but yeah. Okay, so now after weight maintenance.
Man, that's tough.
I don't work on the DSR Plus a whole lot. All I will say is I struggle more to get the bolt out. I've seen us take them apart to put on the mech triggers. It comes apart kind of the same as everything else. I mean, there's one less screw for this one, so technically you can get it apart faster. I find the bolt on this very easy to service. I mean, Joel does more servicing, so I'll kind of default to.
I would say from that perspective, I'm probably gonna give. I'm either gonna give him a wash or I'm gonna give the shocker a slight upper hand. And the reason I say that is because, and the only reason I say that is because I actually think maintaining the bolt on this is a little bit easier than that. And the reason I say that is because it takes the DSR Plus takes standard O-rings. The entire bolt system does. Whereas the shockers and the Luxes take different durometers. Mm-hmm. The durometers are like
the hardness,
the hardness of it. So if you put the wrong hardness on some of these O-rings, and say you put a 70 and 790, it can actually affect the functionality of the marker.
Yep.
Whereas with the bolt on this, it's color coded and everything for you. That's really nice. The only reason I'm saying that is it's a little bit tougher to take the reg out. You have a screw here. You have a screw here, a screw on both sides. You got to pop the grips off, and they have 2 screws here on both sides. Then that pulls off, and then you have to unscrew it. Whereas with the shocker,
it's just one.
It's just one big, and you back it out, and it's all right there. So
super simplistic.
From that perspective, I think the shocker's a little bit easier in maintenance. I will say this though, the battery and the eyes. Your everyday, day to day, the DSR Plus has that upper hand because you're going to be able to maintenance your battery, which is going to be much more common than like having to lube the gun or
toollessly. And then your eyes are also technically, I guess if you really messed up and you had to get into the gun and clean the actual eyes, not just like the the
harness, the eye harness, and the eye pipe,
not just the eye pipe, like then that would be hard. But in general, it is going to be much quicker to just swap that out and clean it. So that could be.
So as far as like taking the shocker completely apart, it's going to be a little bit easier. This is going to be a little bit more difficult. Whereas if you're just doing your general day-to-day maintenance, I'm going to actually give it to the DSR Plus.
Okay.
All right, build quality, reliability.
I'll give it the shocker.
I'm giving it a wash because the amps had some problems with the eye alignment from the upper board to the lower board.
It was mainly like an
and
electronics
like
issue.
that. Yeah, it was, and that's kind of the hard, if it's a O-ring, it's an O-ring. You can fix that. Whereas, like, it gets kind of complicated. We see it a bunch, so we know what to do and everything else like that.
But for the user, for you guys, it's frustrating. Right?
Yeah, and then for the die, without the IM Pro Kit, there was a few O-rings on the spool that would wear and would cause efficiency issues, and then there was an O-ring on the isolator plate and the HPR reg that would start to leak and everything else like that. So I'm gonna give it a wash, honestly. I think that they're both good, but they're not Planet Eclipse good. Okay, tech support.
Dye does not go to many events, and Shocker goes to almost all of them. At least in our region that we've seen at any NXL event, there's somebody there. I can't speak for the West Coast. I don't know if they send somebody out to.
I'm going to give it a wash, in all honesty. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Shocker at our regional event, which happens to be one of the largest X-Ball events there is.
At MSXL? Were they not there?
No, they haven't been there for years. I haven't been there for years. Only Planet Eclipse. So, and neither has Dye. I'm gonna give it a wash, guys. I think when you send this into the factory, both of these companies are gonna take care of you. Whether or not there's regional support, that's gonna be like, you know, that's just gonna be something that like you're either gonna get or you're not gonna get. But when it comes to actual company supporting their product and everything else like that, I think that they're both fair. I think that they both are going to take care of you. So I really think that that's a wash.
He has always said Dye has been easy to work with. If he ever has to send them something, it's never more than a couple days before they send it back.
Well, and same thing with Shocker and Lux. Same thing.
I can speak to that because I know them too. I just don't have the relationship with the Dye guys. So.
Yeah. Upgradability.
It's got to go to the DSR Plus because there's a whole I broke it.
Well, to be fair with you guys, like it's not really fair because the era just came out. But right now, you can get different triggers from Dye for the DSR Plus, which I'm surprised Infamous hasn't released any triggers
they just
for that.
don't seem to want to.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's like
someone's got
a patent thing or something. Yeah, I don't know. And then obviously the Iron Pro Kit. This does have a mech frame capable option.
This will. Russell did tell us this will have mech eventually, but
and you can get the feed neck knob.
There's simply just more to upgrade on that, and that IM Pro Kit has just been out for a bit, so totally 2 points for that one.
Yep, for sure.
Shot quality, paint handling, and efficiency, though, we're gonna go outside to do that real quick. So we'll see you guys in a minute. All right, guys. So as promised, we are now outside. It is time to shoot these bad boys. So we're gonna be doing the the paint handling, the shot quality, all that good stuff. We have it pulled up on our phones somewhere.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I guess without any further ado, we're shooting Defy. We're letting it fly with Defy today. What's great?
Professional.
Professional.
So it's like it's one of their higher end paints.
Like a 4-star?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I'm excited about it. Let's I'm gonna let Joel do the honors since he shot the arrow like 4 shots when we were chronoing. But I'm gonna grab the camera first.
This is actually my first impressions of shooting the arrow, guys.
I'm gonna let him do the honors.
All right, guys. So here we've got the. Ooh, that does shoot good. We've got the Era, and we're gonna chrono it here. 282, 289, 288. Very consistent.
Nice.
I actually have not bore size, so we don't know exactly.
It's an 8.8. This is an 8.8, but I don't know what the paint is.
Yeah, and we've got the Defy, as you guys can see there. So, first shots here. Here we go.
Hard to see that silver ball.
Here, let me shoot out here. I actually had feedback from a customer saying to shoot in the empty space. So
yeah. Trying. Okay. It's really hard to see.
I got everything that I need to know about it, Doug.
All right. We'll let you shoot the DSR Plus real quick. It's some side by side.
DSR Plus here.
Then I'll trade up.
This is
same paint, all that good stuff.
Chrono, 273, 280, 290. So not as consistent, but could be bore sizing. Could be a million different things.
Yeah.
Or it could just be the gun.
Justifying. All right.
Here we go. Oh, it's on side mine. Sorry, guys. As you guys can see, it's actually breaking off that limb right there, so it's super brittle paint.
This paint's really nice.
Yep.
So clearly both guns can handle brittle paint.
All right, so there you guys have it. I'm gonna switch it over to Doug here.
Yeah, I'll give you camera.
There you go.
Marker.
All right.
That is, right on all that stuff. All right. Empty on this bad boy. I'll turn them off.
Got a gust of wind here.
Yeah, sorry about that for the sound, guys. Just take your headphones out for a second. All right, Era. Man. Yeah, still breaking off that same. Yeah.
All right, so there you guys have it.
That's tough.
Doug, we're talking about shot quality, we're talking about efficiency, and we're talking about paint handling.
Well, efficiency is going to go to the Era, I should say, without the upgrade kit in the DSR Plus.
Out of the box.
I'd say they're about equal, if not maybe a little better, but if we're talking stock, it's going to go to the Era. Paint handling, both of them just handled this very brittle paint really nicely, so that's going to be a wash 1-for-1. Shot quality, man, that's kind of the thing of it, right?
It's good. It's very good.
It's good on both of them. So it is softer and squishier on the DSR Plus, but I don't know, man. I gotta. Yeah, I mean, it is a softer shot from the DSR Plus, and I don't know if that is necessarily what everyone would call better quality, but I like the response that I feel from the Era. So I'm gonna go Era, but undeniably the DSR Plus is a really nice shot. Like, that's kind of a hard call.
Yeah.
What about you? Try that again.
So for me, we've got probably two of the best shooting guns on
Yes.
the market right here. Besides probably the LV2 would be the next one. But I actually like the shot of the Era much more than the Amp.
Yeah.
It's definitely quieter.
Than the Amp or than the DSR Plus?
It's quieter than the Amp. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're talking the Amp.
Well, we're doing a different review. Between these two guns, I'm going to say shot quality is a wash.
Yeah?
I'm going to say paint handling is a wash. And I am going to say that efficiency out of the box is going to go to the Era.
Yeah.
I think efficiency with Ion Pro Kit, this thing knocks everything out of the water.
I can see that.
So with that said, value-wise, I'm still going to pick the DSR Plus. I think the Era left a little bit on the table as far as what could have been done with it.
For me, it's just the toolless features.
It's the toolless features,
the big thing.
but I will say this is a very solid gun. Trigger actually feels amazing on it. They improved the ergonomics. I think like it feels better.
Yep.
It points better. I like the end cap better.
Yep.
And the shot is different for sure. The shot's different.
It's not an Amp, I'll say that much.
So overall, value-wise, between these two guns, I'm gonna pick the DSR Plus, especially with the Ion Pro Kit. If you spend that extra $100, you're getting a really, really high-performing gun. But the Era's close. If it was toolless, we'd be talking more. I think Shocker should have done better. I think Shocker, and I'm just gonna say this, but Doug's like, oh no, here we go.
I would have at least liked toolless eye covers. I would have at least liked toolless eye covers.
Or battery or something, but they didn't do anything on that front. But it is a super solid gun when you're just talking about performance.
Yeah.
Doug?
Value-wise, strictly for the, I don't like giving this answer, but I have to be objective. Strictly for the toolless features, I will give it to the DSR Plus, but like most every other feature other than that and like the eyes or whatever, I prefer on the Era. So
gotcha.
I'll put the totals, I'll put the box up somewhere here as we kind of chit chat and finish up here. But thank you guys for watching. Very curious on your guys' opinions. If you have either of these or both of them, please sound off in the comments and let us know. Very curious about what the opinions are of these guys. And yeah, use the link in the description to pick up either one from Punishers, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
I'm so free.